Hello, bonjour, ça va? Now, I need to get a few things off my chest. A couple things. Well, not really all of it. I've just been thinking a lot. Probably haven't seen you. Haven't probably haven't seen me for quite a while because I've been thinking a lot. I need to sort myself up. My head's too messed up. Honestly, it's too messed up. Anybody? Well, I'm just gonna tell you the story from scratch. Now, you guys know I smoke weed, and there's some people out there who think weed is bad. I have nothing against those people who think weed is bad, but I will say for people who smoke weed like me and you want to get off it and and somebody is giving you help, honestly, reach out for that help because it's not gonna get any easier, mate. Now, I want to get a couple of things off my chest because I've been thinking a lot about how my past was, how shit my past was, how shit my childhood was. Um, you guys heard, obviously you've heard about when I was 13, and yeah. And this is just how it all started in Duckman. How my life exactly went downhill. Every last word, basically. So, I was 14, young, had a shave, I was clean, a nice haircut, not depressed, clean, looked actually squeaky clean. I was cleaner than Carrot, legit. I was skinny and all, like legit. Well, a little bit fat, just a baby fat. 14, moving from Colchester to Dogminton. I thought that northern people were friendly. Boy, was I wrong. I went there, well, I came here, went in the car, got out the car, had to look at the house. I wasn't impressed. I wasn't impressed with the house, how it looked. And then stuff came in. I moved into my blue room, my blue room. I moved into there. Then set up my Xbox, set up my table, set up my bed, blah 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 blah. Then obviously went to Bolsover. And the first day I went there, I was expecting a bit of something friendly. I was expecting to someone say hi or anything. Nope, I got none of that. I just legit got blanked. Well, I didn't really get blanked. Well, I have to give credit to some people in my village right now, who helped. Well, who had said at least reached out and said hello to me, and yeah. But Mum couldn't find any school else. I didn't want to go to Bolsover School. I wanted to go to Springwell. Don't ask me why. I just had a bad feeling in my gut. Something bad's gonna happen in Bolsover. So I met this guy, Chandler. I'm not gonna say his second name. I'm just gonna say his first name because I don't want you guys looking him up. We were okay, but he had some personal issues, which I didn't know about at the time. So we went to school, went to his house, just kind of going, let's get out, blah 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 blah. Let's go. Well, let's go to the bus. So we were there waiting on the bus, talking, blah 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 blah. Go on the bus. I knew nobody, so I absolutely completely shit myself. So yeah, there's just me sitting there, shitting myself, shitting a brick, nearly sweating, while one of my mates at the time were upstairs. So I was just, doing my thing, being me, still exploring life. And then got to school, went inside, went to my first lesson, and to be honest, my point of view, I didn't really like it. I mean, it wasn't really like what I thought it was. I thought like everyone was gonna be friendly. I thought someone would be hi. I thought someone was gonna introduce me. No, I got none of that. I got absolutely shut on. So I'm sitting there doing my work. Bell goes off. Go home. Go in my room. And then, yeah, I did that for a couple of weeks. My birthday came. Everyone said happy birthday, surprisingly, when I was absolutely quiet-ish. I'll tell you, I'll get to that bit in a minute. So, yeah, go there, do that, go there, do that, go to school, come back, go to school, come back. And then I get into the wrong crowd. So I meet up a couple of friends, Oliver, this other person, and Harry. I'm not going to say any second names. So obviously we hang out, we have a good time, but they're kind of, well, I would say like, because you in their kind of description, if you get what I mean, is a banter, as they call it, banter up here. So their kind of banter was kind of different to my kind of banter. So we kind of had the kind of communication was not really well. So I kind of like said something and then they usually get offended by it or they wouldn't know what it means. Or if they said something to me, I would get offended by it. I don't know what it would mean. And yeah, that was just keep going on. And then I got a little bit pushed down a little bit. I don't know why. I don't know how. That's just how people are up here. I don't know why they like that. I don't know. At the time. So, obviously, next day, go to school. My buddy was my buddy. I don't know what he's doing now. Was on the bus. Obviously he was on the bus. I'm not gonna. Obviously he was on the bus. So because obviously, so obviously he's on the bus. I'm on the bus. I'm not going anywhere near him. I'm not going anywhere near him. I was not going anywhere near him. I was out front of the bus. He was at the back. I was at the front. I was just waiting to go home. I just really wanted to get home because I just wanted to get in my house, play Xbox, have a smoke, and that was it. Just to chill. So I was there having smoke, having chill. After, listen, I was going off. Well, I kind of need to say it anyway. So that exact day, I went into school. Now, I didn't know this girl. I didn't know this girl at all. Her name was Alice. I didn't know her at all. Actually, no, I'm just gonna scrap all that. But forget the bus. I'm skipping too far ahead. Forget about that. Let's focus on when my birthday came and everyone said happy birthday. And then a couple of weeks after that, I met this girl called Alice online. It was on Facebook, on Messenger. She said hi, I said hello. She said hi, and then blah, 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 blah. We started talking a lot. And then he started getting closer and closer and closer. And then she told me she was in my school. So, obviously, me and her met. Just had a hug. No kisses or anything like that. And this was my first time in Bolsover. So, obviously, I wanted to meet her on my own, personally, because I didn't want anyone else knowing about this. Obviously, she put it on Facebook afterwards because everyone knew about it. But but yeah, went to Bolsover, went to Markham Vale. My dad dropped me off, so I went in the car. Got there, went to her door. Knock, 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 knock. It's Alison. Alice comes on the back, gives me a hug, and tells me to come to the kitchen. I was never shit scared. I was pretty much shitting a brick. So, I was there, right? So, so basically, she was like at the door of the kitchen, going into the living bit. You got the living bit. So she was going into that side, and I saw another kid while I was at the door, like legit at the door, like just leaning there because I didn't want to move out. I was that fucking nervous. I'm just legit. That was my ever like first ever proper fucking. Well, I wouldn't really call it a proper relationship because, yeah. So, oh shit, the camera just dropped. So yeah, I wouldn't really call it a proper relationship because yeah. So me and her are there. So she gives me a hug. I give her a hug. I said, "Give me." You want to get? I said this. Kiss. So I said kiss. She gave me a kiss. I did not expect. For whoa, I was so hyped. I was so hyped not to be a virgin no more. But seriously, as soon as she kissed me, I was like, "Is that it? Is that what's like everybody's like been hyped up about? Like for fuck's sake, is it like a bag of potatoes?" Yeah, it was fucking sick. Ish. At the time. Well, I keep saying that wrong. At the time. So yeah. And then um blah 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 blah. While I was with her in a house, walking around balls over, blah 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 blah, buying energy drinks, hanging out, kissing, blah blah blah. And then being girlfriend and boyfriend, basically. So, yeah, me and her boyfriend and girlfriend. I go home. Cops come around my doorstep saying, Do you know where Alice Cook is? Do you know where she is?" So I'm like, "No, why?" And then I hear that she's run away. So, me being me, going to bowls over, she's not there. And I come back. She's not still not there. She's like obviously she's still gonna be online doing. Or she's not obviously not gonna be online. So obviously after the cops come, I go to hers. Check if she's okay, if anything's kicked off with her family with her, so I can help her. No, she's not there. She's not at her house. I knocked there, her mum said she's not here. I'll go back to mine. So I'll go back to mine, go in my room, play Xbox with Michael for a bit. Knock, knock, knock. Oh, I need your help. So obviously, knock, knock, knock. Alice knocks on my door. Mum opens my door and then says, "What do you want?" What does she say? "I need your help." In tears, bear in mind, in tears. So she's there at the door in tears, asking my mum for help. Mum obviously lets her in. She walks up the stairs and then sees me in the room. And I said, "What do you want?" Because I heard that apparently she was like hitting her parents or something like that. I don't know because I didn't really take any notice of people like that. I didn't really like people like that. So I said, "What do you want?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry for everything." Blah 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 blah. Kisses me. We go downstairs to see my mum. We talk to my mum. Blah 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 blah. She needs a place to sleep. So obviously, I let her sleep around mine. We sleep in the same bed. She goes on joking, saying, "Oh, you got your kid, blah, 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 blah." At the time, I didn't want a kid. Okay? So she's there joking, "Oh, I got your kid. I'm carrying your baby, blah, 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 blah." So yeah, she's saying that, blah, 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 blah. We kiss. I fall asleep. Next minute, I hear her knock on the door, like a big fuck off knock that woke me up. So I'm woken up. Alice says, that's her name, Alice. So she says, obviously I told you before. Obviously she said, "Can you hide me?" And I said, "Whoa, why?" And she's like, "Because the cops are after me." So I tell her to go on the side of the bed, go under the blanket, so she can get hidden. Cops come in. They search my house. Can't find her. They go. They come back again. Search my house again. They find her. They say I'm arrested, blah, 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 blah. None of that went on my record. None of that went on my record. They didn't take me down to the station. They only said, "I'm arresting you." Here's one thing I hate about the police. If you're saying you're going to arrest somebody, make sure you restrain them and put the cuffs on them so you know that they're properly arrested. Because they don't know what the fuck is going on, alright? Don't say you need to be questioned or anything like that. If you want to interview, then yeah, you say you're arrested. But that cop said you're under arrest. Oh shit, there goes my fucking phone again. I'm shaking too much because I've been holding it too much. About 15 minutes now. So, I get arrested. Blah, 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 blah. She goes home by the cops. I'm left in bed. Well, a bed on my own. So the next day, we talk, blah, 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 blah. And I find out she's moved to Chesterfield Town Centre. And then, on that school day, she was waiting for me at the buses. I went on the bus after school, went on the bus back home. Now, this is the point about Chandler. That this is the point. So, went on the bus. Well, I was at the front. Chandler was at the back. I had no problem with him at all. Okay, so I'm there, just standing and waiting for the bus. Come on, hurry up! I want to get home. I want to go home, have a smoke on my Xbox. Blah blah blah. So I'm just there. Blah 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 blah. Alice is at the outside of the window of the bus at the traffic lights. So then Chandler goes like, "Oh, goof," calls her a goof and stuff like that. And then he said, "Oh, you married goof." So I just turned around and gave him the finger, and then I turned around and back again, and then that's it. So we get off. Obviously, he gets salty and says like, "Oh, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? I'm budging me and shit." And then walk down. Obviously, I shouted, because I was pissed off. I will admit, I will say it because he's probably watching this. I will say it because he's never heard me say it. He probably never found out I said it. I just said, "You Chinese cunt," and then he went into the shop, came out, and then he said, "What did you say to me?" And I said, Well, obviously I said, "You Chinese cunt." Obviously he hit me again, blah blah blah, pushed me down a ramp, and pretty much beating living shit out of me. So I'm there with a bloody nose, walking home. I get back. Mario, what's wrong? I just want to get out of here. That's all I said. That's all I said to my mom. I didn't really care about anything. I just said, I want to get out of it. I want to go back to Colchester right now. I don't like this place. I want to sit home. She cuddles me, comforts me, says, "Mario, are you okay?" Blah blah blah, and sorts it out. Kind of sorts it out. But this is when the crew comes in. So, these crew that Chandler was in, that I was in, which I was still in though. When I told you their banter is different than mine, and then if I told you something, like if I told them something, they would understand it a bit differently. They would take offense to it, or they wouldn't know what I'm saying. It was the same with me when they usually speak. So I was in that, and I was getting a lot of grief with people, like pretty much bullied. I was getting bullied a lot. They pretty much bullied me, and people in school started knowing about how soft I was, and just started picking on me too. And then, obviously, I tried to defend myself, kind of, because they didn't say anything. They were just getting really, 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 really salty. They were just like really, really salty people. So if you like said anything like, "Oh fuck you," they would like straight up like lash out at you. They were that's how salty they were. So obviously, I went to school and I got bullied more. Obviously, I didn't want to get depressed. I always had a thought in my mind that I would get depressed. I'm still 14 at this point in time, so I'm thinking I'm there saying like, I'm not gonna get depressed. I'm never gonna get depressed. I'm not gonna go down that road. And so the bullying carries on, and I tell everybody, teachers, mum, everyone, nobody did anything for me. I had to stand my ground. I had to stay in there. I had nowhere else to go. I didn't want to go to support center because I would absolutely get ripped the fucking shit out of. So I went there. Went to school the next day. Obviously, Chandler was removed, and everybody started spreading rumors how soft I was. At the time, I thought people from Bolsover would be friendly. They weren't. They really weren't. So I went to school, Everyone was like, "Oh, you're bang, ha 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 ha." Pretty much just taking the piss out of how legit beating the living shit out of I was. So that obviously got my self-esteem really, 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 really low because I expected people to be like friendly. I wanted people to be friendly. I didn't want to hurt anybody. I didn't like wanted any trouble from anyone. I just wanted to be on my own. And that's when I turned 15, obviously, and that's when that's when stuff really started getting bad. I was getting into trouble a lot. Well, not exactly trouble, but I was starting to get grief from a lot of people. A lot of people started coming to my front door, threatening to kill me or my family or do something to me and my family. I was getting threats, everything, just because I wanted to be friendly. So, obviously, me being me, I end up locking myself in my room. I end up locking myself in the room. I end up being alone, and I end up making contact with nobody. Legit nobody. And then I'm 15, still doing life, still in school. And then one day, depression really, really hit me. Like, it hit me hard. Like, really. And when that happened, I just, everything started to fall apart. I was like so weak. I was weak. I was everything. Legit, I was weak. I was tired. I had no energy. I was never happy. I didn't want to be happy. I didn't feel like being happy. I didn't want to smile. I hated everything. I hated my life. I really wanted to kill myself. That's how much my depression started. Going downhill. That's how my depression like really got to me. And then I started cutting, and then I locked myself in the room. I was always alone. I was always alone. Anybody who wanted to come and talk to me, I just said, "Can you just leave me alone?" Or I just walk away somewhere private, on my own, in my own time, in peace. I just used to walk away and find somewhere where there was nobody and just me. I just wanted to be on my own. That's what I used to do all the time. I wanted to be alone, so obviously, I got to be on my all alone because so many people wanted to talk to me after that. All the incidents happened, everything like that, because they didn't see me for so long. Because I was locked up in my room, depressed, like more depressed, absolutely. Just I was. It was that bad that I nearly jumped off a bridge. So when I was obviously, like I told you, I was 15. My depression hit me. All I wanted to do was be alone. I never wanted to talk to anyone. I hated everything. I hated life. I hated my life. I wanted to kill myself. I was cutting. I was cutting really, really fucking bad. Like really deep as well. You could even see like I could have popped a blood vessel. I could have popped a vein. I could have cut a vein or an artery. I could have. That's how legit deep my cut was. But I used to hide it. I didn't want to show anyone. I didn't show it. Obviously, I looked it. I looked. I really, really looked it. I really looked down, and I really looked unclean. Because my depression started, I stopped contact from anyone around me. The only contact I had was with my mate that I hadn't seen since I was 13. And when I was 13, I was in Colchester. So the only contact I had was with him. So I was depressed, really depressed. I locked myself in my room. I wanted to be by myself. That's all I wanted. I didn't want anyone around me. I didn't want to talk to nobody. I didn't want to be with nobody. I didn't want to like socialize. I didn't want to socialize. I wanted to be on my alone. I wanted to be alone, like for good. I wanted to be alone. I didn't want anyone coming up to me saying hi. I didn't want anyone to talk to me. I wanted to be alone. Like, legit, I hated anyone coming in my room. Absolutely hated it. I would absolutely tell them to fuck off and like kick them out of my room. And then, yeah, I was depressed. Started cutting. And then pretty much spent half of my age of 15 life in my room. And I almost spent 2.5 years. I spent 2.5 years in my room and never out. I was always in the house. I was always in my room. I was always alone. Or if I was somewhere like school or anything like that, I would usually find a place where it's quiet, nobody's about, and nobody would disturb me. That's how legit, how lonely and depressed I was. And everybody thought I was faking it. So everybody obviously started taking the piss out of me, saying like, "Oh, like cutting this, cutting that," because I don't know why. It was just that I don't know why they did it. They just thought it was funny. They just thought it was funny that I was depressed and everything like that. So obviously I got more upset about that. And then there was just me sitting in my room alone playing Xbox. And then I met this girl called Courtney McCann. Oops, shit, I've said her second name. Sorry. So yeah, I met her, and to be honest, I was happy. I was really happy with her, really, really happy. But then Alice got her revenge on me. How did she get her revenge? She basically got the social worker and said, Mario's doing this, Mario's doing that, all kinds of bullshit, and said that if you ever be with him again, you're just going to like you're gonna go to you're gonna get taken away from your family. That's what they said to her. That's what I said to her. They said that if you hang around with Mario anymore, if you have any contact with Mario anymore, you will get taken away from your family. So obviously she said, Mario, I'm so sorry, I can't be